Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is Uncle Samir, and this is our beginning session of mastering reading the Quran. We're going to be using this particular book. If you can see down the bottom, this is with Sheikh Muhammad Rai, done by Sheikh Noor Muhammad Rai, which I think is one of is either his father or grandfather. But Professor Muhammad Rai was one of my teachers, okay, where I studied a little bit with him, inshallah. This is uh, the Noorani Qaidah. Noorani Qaidah, okay, by Muhammad Rai, Sheikh Muhammad Rai. Inshallah, of course, with you can buy this, particular book with either just the book itself, or you can also buy it with the CD. I think I will get the CDs just so I can listen how he does it. Sheikh Muhammad Rai is a very good teacher. I don't know how he did the the audio, and if it's easy for a new person to really follow along with from the audio. A lot of times, brothers make these kinds of things like DVDs for learning Salat and a lot of other things in that nature, trying to be very helpful for beginners and new Muslims and so forth, but many times it's not broken down in such a way that it's really palatable and easily digestible for those new people, which sometimes they don't necessarily realize. But Muhammad Rai is an excellent and superb teacher, and I love him very much. But I have to get the CDs to see how well it goes. But nonetheless, whether you have it with the audios from Muhammad Rai or not, I think hopefully what I will do and the way I would do it here will probably be very beneficial for those to review and want some help. You can remember always contact me at newmuslimteacher dot at newmuslimteacher@gmail.com. And I'll also put that on the screen here so you have it in case you don't already have my email address. And then I can give you my personal phone number, and you can call me anytime, usually anytime day or night, and we can review and I can listen to your pronunciation, because having CDs, tapes, videos, listening to audios and all of that is very useful. They are good aids, but they should not be taken as your teacher. You should always have a teacher who can listen to you and you can listen from, that can always going to give you some other insight, some correction, some pronunciation about pronouncing, reciting Quran in Arabic. This is very important, especially for the new Muslims, because just trying to learn from almost anybody that's around the masjids does not necessarily give you a guarantee for getting the correct pronunciation. Having the books with the phonetics and so forth, with the transliteration, listening to having the CD or going to the website doesn't guarantee you or doesn't ensure that you get the correct pronunciation. And the same thing with just learning from anybody that you run up into in the masjid. Anyway, inshallah, you have this book, which I hope you do, and if you don't have it, get it so that we can go through it, inshallah, and go through the lessons. I started with one of my other students. Now that I'm in a mode of traveling, right now I'm in traveling fi sabilillah, so I'm away from my home and my desk at home and from my students. Hopefully a couple of my students that I'm working with the Arabic, this will begin for them, and then inshallah be very useful for others as well, inshallah. I'm going to start not even at the beginning with the alphabet. I'm going to start this session reading with page 9, which was a lesson I just started with one of my students today. The letters pronounced separately, which are huruful muqatta'at. These are the letters that the surahs in the Quran, they begin just with these alphabets that are listed as they are here in this particular book. Okay, and there's 14 different combinations and 29 surahs, if I remember correctly, that start with these letters combination, and they are not translated because there's no meaning or translation known. So on page 9, reading starting from line 4, with this is lesson 3 in this particular book. Besides this book, I'm also going to have another package because I have some other exercises that a person will be able to get. Hopefully I'll be able to email them, or once I put that together, it'll be in a PDF that somebody can get so that they can also practice, which I think there's some other things, because I have some specific ways that I teach, which I think helps make it a lot easier for new Muslims learning how to read Quran and read Arabic. But we don't have it right now, and inshallah that will be forthcoming, and we'll have that. But starting on here with these letters, overly aware you are already, you have already learned the basic alphabet and started going through the recognizing of the letters in the different positions, how they look away from their original form, which is where a couple of my students already are. And like I said, this was one of the lessons I started with earlier today. Okay. In pronouncing these letters, as you will see, there's first thing you need to do is recognize what letters you have in front of you. Okay, the first one, you have alif, lam, and mim, and you will notice the red line over top of the lam and the red line over top of the mim. This line is called a medda. Okay, it is an indication of an elongation, of how it should be elongated. You will notice that the alif has no medda, and the lam and the mim both have a medda. This is done. This type of medda, you will see how thick it is, and if you look on the following page and others, or even you can look right up at the top in the brown letter and see where they have fatha, okay, which is the medda looks different than the fatha. The medda is longer, it's thicker, and it's a little bit more fancier, so you can tell the difference. It's not just a fatha, it is a medda. Okay, and meddas are usually count in 2, 3, or 4 movements. Okay, we'll say movements rather than beats, which is like to take your hand as such, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's a medda that has 4 counts, which is like this. Okay, so you will read the first combination of letters, which is alif, lam, mim. Okay, will be read in this manner: alif, lam, mim. Okay, again, the first combination, which is alif, lam, and mim, and the medda being on the lam and the mim. This medda can give 4 to 6 counts. Okay, So it would be read again. Alif Lam Mim, like this. Okay. You'll hear merging. I didn't just say Alif Lam Mim. No. Alif Lam Mim. Next combination of letters is Alif Lam Mim and Sod. And again, the Alif has no medda on it, and the Lam Mim and Sod each have a medda on it. So it's read Alif Lam Mim Sod. Okay. The next combination is Alif Lam Ra. And only the Lam has a medda on it. So we have Alif Lam Ra. Repeat again. Alif Lam Ra. Okay. The next combination is Alif Lam Mim Ra. With the Lam and the Mim having medda, and the Alif and the Ra having no medda. So it's pronounced Alif Lam Mim Ra. Again. Alif Lam Mim Ra. Fifth line. Kaf Ha Ya Ain Sod. And the Ha and the Ya in the middle do not have any meddas on it. So it is Kaf Ya Kaf Ha Ya Ain Sod. Do that one again. Kaf Ha Ya Ain Sod. Then you have two letters, Taha, with no medda on either of them. So it's just that, Taha. Taha is the 20th surah in the Quran. Then you have Ta, Sin, and Mim. Ta, Sin, Mim. Next is Ta and Sin. Ta, Sin. Next is Yasin. Next is Sod. Hamim. Next is Hamim. And you can see there's a separation between the Hamim and the Ain Sin Qaf. So you can take a breath or pause in between the two combinations. So it would be read as such. Hamim Ain Sin. Excuse me. Mistake. Correct. Hamim Ain Sin Qaf. And then the last two is Qaf. And also the the last one. Noon. Okay. That's the pronunciation of huruful muqatta'at. Okay, which is on page 9 in the book. Now, the following page. No, we're gonna leave this and we're gonna end that particular video, so that will be sufficient for that page, page 9.